less than 20 days to make this whole place look so good, to make everybody proud. How am I going to do it, it being Sunday, March 13th, 2022? So I spent the last 2-3 hours in bed thinking of this story. Before that, the books I've written, and maybe you can't see it, or maybe you can, right? So, as you see, this one is barely started. This one is my journal for 2022. Again, we're only in like halfway through March. This one too is barely started. Now keep in mind, I have a lot, more than 5 years of writing, and it's not put away. And these books were bought, these binders were bought so I can organize and put away this stuff. Now, working on food books, and because I need a source of reference, as you see, I'm not really writing these books. These are packaging that I've put on paper or have just saved, having used a hole punch so that, this stuff really is a very straight from the horse's mouth. Why would I keep the packaging? Because like business cards, I can contact companies, I can do all these things because the packaging has all the information that a business card would not. You know what? Really, really important if you're trying to build or make something that you need to know. What about nutrition? What about portion sizing? All this stuff. You know what? It's all right there. My reference book, but also my way to contact a company in case I decide to create a product or products that uses these products, or I can offer my product or my service to these companies. Maybe not. Maybe they would not want anything I make or create. Now, just so you know, this is my tax book. As you can see, this is the book where I do all the recording of all my receipts, and I try to do all the math. Okay? Book that they sent me so I can get it done. Guess what? Thank you. Oh, today is Monday, March 7th, 2022, 6:41 p.m. now. Printed 95 pages at the library, Saturday, March 5th. Canada Post delivered to my door, Monday, March 7th, 547 pages of the information I need so that I can finish my taxes. Guess what? I must have a lot of taxes to finish, don't I? There's a reason why they call it brass taxes. Oh, you didn't see? Oh, there, can you see it? Yeah. And again, this is for family and friends only. This is not for employment. This is not for business. This is not for nothing other than an update for my family and friends. And of course, all the taxes that have been done, This holds from 2008 to 2014 with included table of contents that I've written out all myself by hand because I need to know what the fuck's in there. I need to know. And this one here is from 2015 till 2027. It too will have table of contents. And I'm so busy, I don't have time. And this is the current one. Isn't that funny? Yeah. Just like you, just like me. We are all laughing because it's just so funny. Now, just so you know, I wrote this as a cover page for a business because I seen on social media, get a grant, get a loan, get something where you now have the financial ability to open a brick and mortar business of your own. So I was like, hey, this is great. I can start pet projects now. So I took a picture with this page saying pet projects. And then I turn around and I create pet peeves because that's me. I was trying to, hey, it changed from this and became this. And then I wrote in all these fictional characters as people who walk by, business opening soon, and these were all characters of people walking by the location and either thinking to themselves or talking to the person they're with or somebody who's a stranger but lives in the community or is visiting, and they're like, hey, and they say something. So I wrote out just various different sayings. And this is the blueprint to an appliance that I want to fix. And I have not gone around to that yet because I have to clean this place. And so somebody was saying to me, second son, Dad, look at this. I bet if you have, I will have your back, come and help you clean up. I said, son, don't waste your time. Thank you so much for the offer. But guess what? I've cleaned this place so many times. It's like dishes. So many times. So I went out just yesterday or the day before and I bought a little wash basin, a little tub where I can rinse my dishes, because just like my silverware, and I rinse them in this little plastic container that I fill with water, and it does the job that I need to get done. With that said, I bought this basin because it works so well for my silverware and my cutlery that I was like, you know what? I need something for my dishes so I don't have to use all this water. Because believe me, I use a lot of water just rinsing my dishes. It is terrible. I don't like it because I see, look, it's all wasted and there's no reason for it. So it's like having a second sink. You've seen those second sinks. I'm a huge fan. But am I going to have my landlord come in and install a second sink? No. You know what? I'm lucky to live here. I'm lucky to have a place of my own, and it's my fault the place even looks like this. But like I said, I've been collecting all these material things so I don't ever have to borrow money again, so I can start my own business and I can build these own products, and even if nobody buys them, I will have them. With that said, Sounds like, well, if I don't come and help you, who's going to help you, Dad? And I was like, son, told you, you I could spend X amount of time clean this place all up within 24 hours. Before I even go to sleep, it will need to be cleaned again. The problem is not cleaning. The problem is I have not finished my projects. And because I haven't finished my projects, I've got all this material laying around waiting to be used. When I use it, look, now all of a sudden I've got plants growing and they need new plant boxes. Guess what? I got all this wood that I went out and got, donated, and it will be thrown away. And for what? When I can use it. There's nothing wrong with the wood. That's why I got it. So when you understand that in completing the projects, the house will magically be transformed. It'll still need to be cleaned every day, but there won't be as much to clean. And this is what I'm trying to get at. When you look at hoarders, they are hoarders because they have lost everything in their life and they are emotionally at odds where everything they love has been lost so many times it has woohoo, just like being out of control. I have no ability to control anything in my life, and thus I have to become the person who controls everything and micromanages everybody, including my pets. Right? So I've gone through that, having no power, no control, no ability. And all of a sudden, I become the controller, the perfectionist, all these different archetypes of behavior that are really bad for me and the people around me. So when you acknowledge and see what creates a controlling attitude, just like when you see what creates the need to hold on to your possessions. Oh, it's because you've lost everything you love. Now you're grabbing and hoarding everything you can get, all of this garbage you get off the street, and you're hoarding it because if nobody wants that garbage, nobody's going to take it on you. And that's why they take all this garbage and they hold on to it. They hoard it because they're sick of losing everything they love, anything of value. So they collect the stuff that people just throw away and would never have. Really? That's what creates a hoarder? Losing everything you got, and as a slingshot effect, like a bow and arrow, they are now reacting by holding on to everything that has no value to another person, so they threw it away. And they were walking by and said, hey, you don't want that? Mine! I will keep that. I know it'll be good for something. I will give it to a little kid because it's a plastic toy house. It's a toy. It's a collector's item. I will make mine. I will sell it. And when it comes to selling this stuff, I've even seen episodes where, oh no, I can't sell that. What do you mean? That's why you picked it up. How do I know? Because this is why I picked up all this stuff, and why I got all this stuff is because I was going to use it to build something. I was going to use it, build something that I would want, that I would buy, and I would make it for sale. But then I seen that episode on Hoarders where, hey, we will sell and make you some money because you're having financial problems. You can't afford all the storage fees because you keep on grabbing all this stuff, and now you got to rent storage fees. It's like that George Carlin joke about holding, having to move because you need a bigger house for all the shit that you buy, right? So, with that said, I've got less than 20 days to finish my projects and get this place in a decent shape. Now, I'm not going to be able to paint because it's going to cost money. And for me to get the money, I have to finish my taxes. For me to finish this place so I don't get kicked out, I have to not do my taxes. I have to do my house. So now you got two priorities. You're going to lose the place you live if you don't take care of this. You can't afford to do this until you have money because paint costs money. So now I'm in conflict. You understand what conflict is? Okay, so with that said, and I'm pretty sure that I wrote this, and it's kind of a perfect thing of understanding the power of language. I wrote this from reading my taxes last night so I can do my taxes. I'm just going to read what it says here. 12:45 a.m., Sunday, March 13, 2022. Reading the definition of associated person in reference to the tax terms. An associated person means a whole bunch of things to a whole bunch of different people. That's the power of language. It shapes how you think, how you see, and how you feel. Right? Just like the slingshot or the bow and arrow effect. Ideas, like words, can be a disease. They can influence somebody and they don't even know, or they know, but on a level that is what we call surface level, where, oh, I'm doing this because they said they like flowers, so I'm buying her some flowers. That's what we do. Where's the motive? Well, the motive's because I like her and I want her to like me. So she likes flowers, so I buy her flowers. The idea is not to buy flowers that she's allergic to. And yet, unless she tells me she's allergic to something, how would I ever know? I wouldn't. So anyway, back to the definition. Brass taxes. Why am I wasting my time? Mentality. Now, I don't know if you can see that, but I wrote that last night. So anyway, mentalities. One's mindset and approach, understanding as their views and feelings are shaped by language and learning. As written. A person is associated with another person generally where one controls the other. And now you and I know the definition according to taxes and what a tax term of associate person is, where one person or entity, since businesses are entities that control another person. So, just like the term God, what does God do? Well, see, everybody got their own term. And if you watch RoboCop, you'll see that suicide bombers and all these people are reacting to their view of what God is, what authority is, and what the future is going to be. And this is why they are rebelling and using explosives, like the Unabomber. You try and wake everybody up with explosives. People sacrificing themselves and for love, for their family, for their friends, for their community, for their country, for their religion, because they're in view of what the future is going to be. And it's their obligation and responsibility to stop it by sacrificing their lives to make a statement. Hey, this ain't right. So, and so they get these views from somewhere. I'm going to guess it's either their own religion, and who knows? I don't know. I've never read the Bible. I tried a few times, and it just ain't for me. It's not the people's fault, not religion's fault. Is the language shaping my feelings and my views, causing me to not have anything to do with religion. It's not the people. It's not even the government. It's not even the religion. Because I believe in the things that are right. It's the language, right? So we all get that. So anyway, so if a person's view is extended to work, personal relationships, and that of all those they interact with, taught to establish their place in any situation and pecking order, experience commanding respect through physical, financial, network, and embodied projection or intimidation. This is what we call control over another. This is also seen as the government or religion or anything else that is an authority, right? We all believe in authority, parents, government, all these, the police, justice, they're all good. And we all support it and we all believe in it. But there's a term created, absolute control absolutely corrupts. So anyway, what makes you act like that? And this is any person from a child to a senior and everybody in between who questions. Look, you're a junkyard dog. You are going physically uphold the no trespassing law. Look, I can't enter. If the only way to get or earn respect is through my ability to physically, mentally, and emotionally dominate an associated person, to dominate and control you, or how else will you or anyone respect me? So this is what schools are teaching, and it's what children are teaching at school other children. You will respect me. You will hold me in high regard because I can physically dominate you. And this is where the teachers are being blamed, and they're pointing the finger at the unions, at the system, at the authority, anybody in charge. Oh, it's the principal who's controlling all us teachers, and we have no ability but do our job the best we can while being choked and stopped from actually doing a good job, where we can see these problems, but we have no power to stop them. So, yeah, I guess you're right. Why would I or anyone respect you? Because you have all this power and this view of what respect is and how to get respect, unless you could physically control me, or through finances, or through mental and emotional manipulation. Oh, sorry, I wrote duress here. I gotta ask, before you became the force you are today, how many people had to dominate you, and what would you say that time frame lasted? And each associate answers based on their own experiences, as well as we are all unique, shaped by those we meet. This is called your environment shaping each person. And depending upon your environment and the people you meet, you will see everybody has their own mentality, their own approach to solving problems. And if I don't teach you how to solve a problem this way, I will teach you how to solve it this way. And each associate answers, oh, okay. My family, community, and even those in the government saw my potential, teaching me how to become an accountant. And to this day, maybe for life, I will be a math wizard. Thanks. I only saw all the bad language shaping my view. I apologize. I thought you were bent over and raped continuously until you sided with authority. I apologize. My bad. Not everybody has to be bent over and raped to be taught a lesson. I apologize. So, how did we get to today? There's a reason how we got to today. Peace.